You want more?
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Well, now we're talking about Still Hungry.
Right.
Okay, but if you want to talk about that, we can. Still Hungry was an exercise in fixing our relationship with the band. It was Still Hungry was our some kind of monster, and we were going to do it for ourselves because that's when the band started coming apart. And I had the idea to go back in and said we should go and re-record the record because that's when all our relationships started to come apart as a therapy. Somebody said, a record company said, well, we'll finance it. And we said, well, shit, we'll get to do therapy and be paid for it. Cool. So it was more about the therapy of going back and doing a record that actually started the beginning and the end of the band was during the recording of that record. Right. Believe it or not, even though it was the beginning of our career. And then it was really, I never expected it to be anything that a big seller or anything like that. It was kind of like, oh, cool. Someone wants to fund it? Awesome.
Cool. Now, now getting past that and talking about Stay Hungry, are you at all, I guess, worried now? Because, it is the 25th anniversary of the album, but being that it was released, I guess somewhat sooner after the Still Hungry album, are you at all concerned that maybe the fans, I think the explanation was good, but the fans might go, oh, wait a minute, they're doing this for a quick cash grab, as you've seen with many bands.
You're talking to the wrong guy. You're talking to the wrong guy.
Right.
I know, I'm meaning I love my past, I'm proud of my past,
right.
But I don't understand the whole reissues and redos,
right.
Rare tracks and all that stuff like that. I guess I do in a way because I went and I bought the New York Dolls not all dolled up. I think it's called Dolls Up.
Yeah.
That like weird mixes and extra track. I bought that, and I saw I'm a Dolls fan. So I guess the fan instincts are more the true fan. It's not for the mainstream.
Right.
Isn't really going to jump on it. You know what I mean? So. Sure. I'm not really worried that the hardcore fan, they seem to be, just as I am with the Dolls or Alice Cooper, into the subtleties of things, I don't think, like I said, I don't view this as a mainstream record.
Okay, fair enough. And where did you guys come across the bonus tracks? Because I'm looking at the list of the stuff. There's lots of demos and stuff that you guys added as an extra bonus, which is something for the hardcore fans.
Well, I always overwrote for every album. I did all the songwriting, and I would always bring in more than was needed for the record. And then, so we would demo all those songs, and then the band, management, close friends, roadies, and even one or two record company people so everybody would vote. And the Democratic thing would say, okay, these songs got the highest amount of votes. This is the album. These 10 are the album. So I'd forgotten about all those extra songs, and then JJ was going through stuff or whatever and found all these demos, and that's where that stuff came from.
Right. And I think one of the things that's interesting about this particular release that you guys are doing is that you're having a one-day only promotion. And can you tell us more about that? Because I think there's a bonus for the fans if they pick up the album at an
It's a really cool bonus.
Right.
It's a really cool bonus. They call it Independence Day, and it's a reference to independent record stores. It's sad. It's a sad sign of the times that record stores in general are disappearing, and the mom and pop shops, which built heavy metal, made it and continue to support, indie music, startup bands, things like that. They're the first that are going,
Right.
and so it's sort of a tipping of a hat to the record stores that made us in the first place. We're offering, it's rare too, we found the MTV 1984 concert uncensored version. MTV showed this concert like 18 times. There was an uncensored one, because I like to run my mouth. And we actually found, Marty Calder the director was digging through the archives and actually found a copy of it. So we're giving people out a free DVD of this concert. It is a concert people have asked about endlessly, like, where is that concert? Even when we put out the DVD years, major complaint on the website was, where's the MTV show? That was like how I got turned on to your band.
Right.
And they need more when your videos at the MTV concert, and you're not offering that up. So here we're giving it away for free. So it's really like it's a tip in our hats to the great independent record stores around the country.
Cool. And I remember watching that too, so that'd be cool. That's going to be a cool bonus.
I mean, you know, because,
Right.
I mean, Sebastian Bach told me, how do you turn on Twisted Sister? It was in a local record store, and they were playing the live version, flip side, B-side of I Am On Me, live. It's only rock and roll, but I like it from the Marquee Club.
There you go.
And he was like, what the fuck is that? But that's how, that's like the record store was. It's really a shame because I think it's something that the young record fans are missing, is that community that you have there. It's not the same as being online.
Right. And real quick, I mean, looking back at the 25 years since Stay Hungry was issued originally, how has the music industry changed for the better or the worse, in your opinion?
You know what? The music industry got what they deserved. They fucked with the bands, and they fucked with the fans. They took advantage of everybody, and now they're suffering. Unfortunately, the bands are suffering more. We were saying yesterday, I mean, what does it take to get a gold album now? How do you sell 500,000 actual CDs in this marketplace? It's just like virtually impossible. So the bands are suffering the most, I think, economically and on a whole ton of levels. And but it is what it is, But I mean, the record companies definitely killed the goose that laid the golden egg by taking advantage of the fans and pushing them to the wall. And at one point, they just started saying, "Well, we'll take your shit for free."
Right.
If you're not going to be fair to us about, we know it costs $1 to make a CD. How can you out there you charge us $15?
Right. And that's a great point. Now, with performing, I guess, albums from beginning to end becoming kind of one of the newest trends, I mean, what are the odds of Twisted Sister playing Stay Hungry live from start to finish?
We're doing it. We've done it. We just came back from Sweden where we did that.
Cool.
That was our Sweden rock show, and people loved it. And we actually did it a couple of years ago in Germany at a Bang Your Head, and we're doing it at Rocklahoma. We're doing it at Rock on Wild.
Okay.
So that is the way we're positioning the Stay Hungry tour. It is the presentation of the Stay Hungry record from start to finish, and then we finish off with a few other nuggets.
Cool. All right, because that was my follow-up to that was, I'm sure it's not going to end with just Stay Hungry. You're going to add some more stuff.
Well, it's Stay Hungry is whatever, 15 minutes worth of material, 35 an hour. So we do It's Only Rock and Roll, But I Like It, which used to be our closer forever.
Sure.
And then we come back and we do Come Out Play, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. No, Come Out Play, Under the Blade, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll, the title tracks. And now I think as of the end of June, we'll be adding our new song 30 into the set. Some people have time to go to the bathroom or get a beer.
All right, cool.
I was just doing my Health and Hair show, and I saw Rad putting out a new album, and I said, and it's called Music to Go to the Bathroom while you're at our concert.
Yeah,
I said, I'm sorry, but that's what it's like.
Right.
Fans don't want to hear new shit.
Right.
Just the minute you actually see the bodies standing up and leaving.
You're right.
Hey, I'm going to take a shit. All right, anybody want a beer? I'll be right back.
Right. Or go buy a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's a drum solo.
Right.
The new drum solo is, here's something on our new album.
Right.
And people are leave it for a minute.
Which it's funny that you bring that up because this kind of ties in with the next question I got. I remember hearing an interview that you had done, it's probably a few years back, but you said something about you didn't know, I think, something to the fact that you didn't know if people really wanted to hear new Twisted Sister music. And I think the one thing you used as an example, I don't recall whether it was a radio interview or TV, but it was one or the other. And you used the Kiss Psycho Circus as an example as far as following it up with, the evidence there is the fact of the sales. Was it great? Yeah. And do you feel Twisted Sister will do any new music in the future in terms of an entire album?
Well, I've said no forever, but if there's a unique circumstance that's come up where I say, okay, and I'm actually doing something. First of all, 30 was a song that I haven't written to do. I had written new music in years and years and years. Mm-hmm. I just don't think there's any real market for it. 30 was a song that I wrote for the show God Country for CMP, which was really just a rock song with a banjo on it. Mm-hmm. So we took out the banjo when we rocked it. Wow, there you go. Goodbye. But I've written a musical based on the Christmas album. The Christmas thing has taken on life of its own. Mm-hmm. A full-blown musical. And the musical incorporates most of the Christmas album, select Twisted songs, both famous and infamous, and then, but it needed another 8 to 10 songs that are part of the telling the story of in any musical. So we have been writing new material for a new record that's going to be a companion piece to the Christmas album for A Twisted Christmas the musical, which we hope will launch in 2010.
Wow.
So it's new material, but since it's sort of, it's a different. I'm not putting it out like here's our new music. It's as part of a bigger picture, a Twisted musical, which actually ultimately we won't even be in because it's about a fictitious band, loosely based on us. But it's about a fictitious band. I hope to create something that's freestanding, alternative holiday entertainment, but that we're not actually, that could go on long after we're done performing.
Right. Hey, that's a cool idea.
Wait till you hear the storyline. It's fucking great.
Oh, really?
Oh,
well, I can't wait to hear that.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, I know. I did.
They go.
Right.
Oh, shit, that is a motherfucker. That is.
Well, that's cool.
Well,
now,
why not?
And I have just a couple more questions, but watching music videos as they're released these days, whenever they get played, how insane does it seem now that Be Cruel to Your Soul was banned by MTV way back when?
It was insane then.
Right.
It was insane then. I mean, it was, but it was just, and here you had MTV, who were like, cooler than cool, hipper than hip, living in fear of the ultra-conservative elements, the Reagan-era people that were out there, and then the Gordons and the PMRC and all that stuff. I mean, I remember I was doing Heavy Metal Mania, and I wanted to play Motorhead, and they wouldn't let me play Killed by Death. They wouldn't let me play a piece of it during the credit roll in the show. And I had let me on the show, but it was because of the content.
Right.
It was out of cemetery. And some biker kept riding out of the grave. And, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So, it is a little bit mind-blowing. You look back, the music that was on the Filthy 15, the PMRC Filthy 15, is easy listening by today's standards.
Sure.
Absolutely easy listening. Fuck, they played I Wanna Rock on the Tony Awards for Rock of Ages.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
You know what? These times have changed.
Sure. Now, I might be in the minority, but, an album that I truly love that's in the Twisted Sister catalog, or back catalog at this point, is Love is for Suckers. And, I think there's some great songs on there.
Fucking great shit on there, man. It's just, great shit. That was supposed to be my solo album.
Right.
And the record, as you probably heard before, the record company and management, everybody pressured me to make a Twisted record. It really wasn't. I mean, there's some stuff on it that's Twisted, because I'm a Twisted songwriter, but it was supposed to be a solo record. I think if they let me do it as a solo album, it would have given the band that break we needed.
Right.
So we would have come back and continued on. But instead, they forced us into a room together for, odds recording and touring, and ultimately it killed the band.
Mm-hmm. So knowing what you know now, what would you have changed? Just issued it as a solo album?
Yeah, it was my original plan. I said I wanted to, I want to go off and do a solo record, and I was working on material for the solo record, and that's what Love is for Suckers was. But like I said, management and record companies, in their infinite wisdom, they know best. So let's put 5 people who can't stand each other's guts in a room together for 3 months.
Right.
Nice.
And it is.
Go ahead, I got one more question because I got sorry, but I got.
Yeah, no problem. So, you've proven to be multi-talented, obviously. You've done radio for years. You've done reality. You've done acting. You've done the movie. Now you've done, you're working on this play. What's left for you to do in the career from here forward?
Well, a lot of writing. Also, I see hopefully some book ideas, but that's further down the road. But my production company's focus is slowly changing to producing by kids. I'm all about, that's one of the new reality show. We're shooting a pilot for A&E called Dee Snider's American Dream. And it's for the part of the American Dream where you want better for your kids than you had. So I'm trying to move into more producer's role. And one son is a aspiring filmmaker, another is a comedic actor and writer, another is an aspiring musician. My daughter's she's 12, but she's in a band. So I'm trying to support always, them. So that's my ultimate place, I think, is as a producer and launching their careers.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry making it so short, and I'd be happy to talk another time.
Hey, no problem.
I appreciate you doing God's work with PleaseRocks.com, so keep it up, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Take care.
Right, take care.
Bye.